Hi guys, I just got in my brand new Aputure ATC 3 light kit, and because I found no unboxing videos of this thing online, I thought I'll be the first. The thing comes in a huge card box. I already took it out of that. It has 2 latches on the front and 2 latches on the side. You need to really put them up so they lock. Otherwise, you'll have the same problem as I did, and you'll have difficulties opening the case. In it, you have your 3 ADCs. I already took one out because I couldn't hold myself back. They're just in this, some sort of recycled plastic. Everything is in by now. I'm not gonna focus as much on them because this is just a little unboxing. You also get a diagram where you can see what is located. For me, it's just one more thing that takes up space or is flying around because you don't need it. Maybe I'll stuff it in back here. Then the same as the single kit, 3 hyper reflectors and 3 of these small bulbs that I'm interested if I'm gonna use them because I don't have a lantern and don't really work with them. Then one of 2 reasons I went for the 3 kit are the Fresnels. Even though this is a compact Fresnel, it's not tiny. For scale, this is the Aputure 2X Fresnel, so it's, I would say, roughly double the size, but it's a lot lighter. You can really feel that it doesn't have the second element that the old Fresnel has. Next up, you get the nice barn doors with felt inside. Just feels and looks more premium. The mini Prologue to Bones mount adapter. I think this will also come in handy. Then it's into some plastic. I think these are the diffusions for the Softbox. Some padding. The Light Dome 40. It's still, my kit still came with the Light Dome 40. I think Quick Dome 40 just released, and newer kits will get the Quick Dome 40. I don't know if there's a big difference. Yeah, 40 centimeter softbox, not much to it. Has the same folding mechanism as the Light Dome 3s, so it also has this flimsy part where you have to push these out, but as there are not too many of them, it's a little bit more easy. Yeah, feels just like any other Aputure softbox. Then we got 2 different strengths of diffusion. Probably this is 1 stop, this is 2 stops. I'll correct myself in the edit. What I find nice is that the diffusion goes all the way to the outside. Sometimes with some of my Godog softboxes, I had that they only really worked if you put them on the lower half of the Velcro. So you can also attach the grid. Most of the time I don't work with the grid, so I lose a few inches of width and depth, so my light is a little bit harder, but that's not an issue here. Also folds down with the diffusion attached. Then we've got the grid. I'll leave this like this because I don't use the grid that often, and this way it's easier to store. These are our 3 D-tap to DC cables. Yeah, they feel solid, the usual plastic D-tap thing. screw in DC and quite thick. So they'll probably not get too warm with extended use. That's something I had with my old D-tap to DC cables, probably because they were just not properly rated. Then we've got the power bricks. Okay, I find this quite funny. I mean, it's okay if you mount it directly to the light. If you for some reason want to boom it out, it's not gonna be a long boom. The safety chain, I'll probably use it for the Fresnel, because I'm not seeing myself hanging this from a light stand and then having this much reach. And if I'm putting this onto the light, there should be some V-mount adapters somewhere in here. Let's finish up these first. Sadly, they are a little bit bent, so I'll have to warm them up to straighten them out, but it's so short, I might as well not do it. It seems to be a little bit thinner than the D-tap cable. Not just a little bit. Hope you can see it. It's quite a little bit thinner. Let's hope that's not an issue. Then we've got the handle. Yeah, feels really high quality, like you could knock someone out with it. Oh, that's interesting. Oh no, that it's probably supposed to be held like this. And then this goes into the light, and this can go onto a stand. Here we have the V-mount plates that you can put onto this. Then that just attaches to the V-mount here. I'm not really the biggest fan of this solution. I'd much rather have the V-mount directly attached to the power brick, because I have this issue with my Aputure, with my LS60X, that if I pull it out, this always gets pulled down a little, and over time it slides down more and more, and then I have to re-grip this. If it's warm, then the rubber also loosens up a little bit, so this effect only gets stronger. It attaches nice, it's nice, small and compact, so it will get the job done, but I would have just liked it another way. And it really, I'm already annoyed by these metal chains. We've got two more of them. Three standard power cables with this Aputure locking thing, which, yeah, which works. Sometimes I love this, sometimes I hate it. It kind of depends on what kind of day I'm having. Then in here we have got our magic arms. And I'm really excited for these because I love magic arms. My phone up here is held up with a magic arm. I use them for everything. My small kicker light up here is mounted with a magic arm. And these small lights can also be mounted with a magic arm. Something that's a little bit surprising for me, but which I like, is the length of this part is quite long, so you have a little bit extra reach. Someone left some sort of sticker goo on here. Yeah, but I don't really care about that. I think there should be 3. Yeah, these are the other 2. So way easier to get out from this side than from this side. They are all the same. They really look alike. These small rig arms might even be the same manufacturer behind them, and then just the ball part up here is, but that's a good thing because this small rig little magic arm is in my arsenal for 6 years or so. I lost one of these plastic things, but it's still holding on strong and I still like working with it. So I'll probably also enjoy these. And then we've got the clamps, the only thing left. They're light, but they clamp up quite big. That's something like most people probably know this small clamp. I have, I think, 4 or 5 of them. Oh, it actually doesn't open that much more. Well, yes, like this it does. So probably another 1/2 inch to 1 centimeter. And a cold shoe mount for people who have lots of things that attach by a cold shoe. I think I might really enjoy this for something like this. I could just mount my microphone onto the magic arm as well. These front things might break. I don't find them 100% trust giving. And the knob, I think it's plastic. It doesn't feel like metal. Maybe it is something really light. But it's also not as cold as the metal here, so it's probably some kind of plastic. Then there are 2 more of them. They lock onto here real nice. And what's also nice is that they have 5 mounting points. So this one on the back. And oh no, that's like insanely stupid. I just wanted to say that it has 5 mounting points, but it only has this one in the back. These are also locking pins, but they're only 1/4, and these are 3/8, so that won't work. That's really, yeah. Why? Why not just also make these? It's not like they're holding that much weight, and with the locking pins, 1/4 thread would have also probably been fine, but for some reason. Then do you have to? Is it easy to rearrange these in here? I have to detach this. Luckily, they just screw off. Then you can pull it out. Do the barn doors? Yes. The barn doors have a slot for it. Can go on. Do the barn doors. these just clip on, and then this can be secured at the light itself. Another point of improvement I just saw is that the flags have the felt, which is really nice, but these extensions do not. I don't have any problems with my old non-felty barn doors, so I probably won't mind, but that's something to improve on. Folds up nicely. Ooh. I just also saw that the barn doors have a little leash here, which releases a pin, and you can probably slide in some sort of round filter into here. Would be funny to use some sort of gel, maybe an ND gel, but it goes down really dim. And yeah, probably for a diffusion gel, I'd always then mount it to the barn doors, just the way I learned it. Or it's for these old grid thingies that I don't have, but I still remember using them in my TV days. That's probably for that. Everything else wouldn't make that much sense. I'm also not 100% enjoying the prologue. Everyone was, so this is such a big thing, but if you're prepping the light in the case, then for these, at least for these small modifiers, it's just easier for me to lock them in and then twist them. But now I have to make sure that I have one finger to lock it in here, because the light is not locked down. And the big, for the big storm lights, I really like it. I'm really looking forward to getting into that, because yeah, I hate mounting my big 150 dome. But for these small lights, the old mount would have probably been fine, but yeah, probably I'll get used to it. One last test with this video with my LS60X. I really enjoy having the V-mount pre-mounted, and I don't think this will work. I mean, I can pre-mount it, but will I be able to close the lid? Okay, seems to be working. A little bit surprised with that, but it will be pressing down on this. And then let's also try the small rig batteries. Oh, that won't work, because they're, yeah, protruding up quite a bit more. I already hate this thing. Yeah, it closes, but I don't think you'll be able to see it on the camera, but I'm able to feel like a small bump here. So it will probably not protect your battery as good. And I just saw that it really pushes in the acoustic foam up here. But if that's something you want to do like I like to do, then smaller or flatter batteries will be fine. These small rig VB99 Pros are a little bit thick for that. But that concludes this little unboxing. I hope you found it useful and my German accent wasn't too annoying. If you'd like me to test anything with the 3-light kit, just hit me up with a comment and I'll get after that. And otherwise, I don't know if I'll be posting anything else, so don't mind subscribing or liking.